Let me set the scene for you guys. It's 2015 and it's the NFC playoffs, the wild card game between the Seahawks and the Vikings. The temperature -6 degrees. The wind chills -25. The score of the game right now, it's 10-9. Currently, the Vikings have the ball after a Seahawk punt. The Vikings have the ball, and they've driven all the way down to Seahawks territory inside the red zone, inside the Seahawks 20. On 3rd and 4, Teddy Bridgewater drops back and hands the ball up to Adrian Peterson, who takes it, and he's just short of the first down, and it brings to a 4th and 1. This is about a minute to go. The Vikings have a decision to make. Do you go for it, or do you kick the field goal and win the game, sending your team to the divisional round? So, the Vikings decide, they take some time off the clock, and they decide to kick a field goal. And out trots Blair Walsh, who's been automatic on the day so far, and has all of the points for the Vikings set up to this point. Everybody expected him to make this field goal. Everybody expected the Vikings to move on and make it to the next round. After all, it was a chip shot field goal, and he had been perfect throughout the day. But nobody could have expected what happened next. But before I show you that, let's show you the amazing drive that Teddy Bridgewater had to lead his team down the field to get the Vikings to this moment. And maybe we'll show what led up to this moment and how it became known as one of the most heartbreaking losses in Vikings history. Okay, so as I said before, Blair Walsh had been perfect on his field goals throughout the day. He hit this first field goal from 22 yards, a chip shot, after a failed punt attempt by the Seahawks. Later in the game, he hit a 43-yarder. And after that, he hit a 47-yarder. All these field goals he made look easy. So when it came time to kick the game-winning field goal, you thought it would be no problem. Unfortunately, you'd be mistaken. But before I show that, let's look at this drive that Teddy Bridgewater led his team down. Aided by some flags. Aided by it was kind of a sloppy, anticlimactic game-winning drive by Teddy Two Gloves. But let's show it anyway, just because I want to use this music. Okay, the scene has been set. After a failed rushing attempt by Adrian Peterson, it's now 4th down and 1, and the Vikings decide to send out Blair Walsh, the man who has them in this game to begin with the chance to send his team, the Minnesota Vikings, into the divisional round of the playoffs.
Jeff Locke is the holder. McDermott is the snapper. And the kick is no good! Wow! Go figure. Oh, baby, yes. It's time to pray to the heavens, Mike.
And that is the story of a playoff game that Vikings fans will surely never forget.